guys, welcome to the channel, and this is another episode of Building Newcrest. So last time we built a football stadium, and next door to it, I decided it would be a really cool idea to do kind of like a diner of some kind, because I imagine that, being one at one time, I used to stay out really late, and the only thing, of course, that's open is a diner. So yeah, I thought that'd be kind of fun to just do kind of like a corner diner almost. So I wasn't really doing a like super retro 50s diner. It kind of has that feel to it though. But my plan is to kind of have this street of like rows of buildings that kind of look like they go together almost. And maybe a few apartment buildings and like restaurants, coffee bars. I think I might be able to fit, I don't remember off the top of my head how many lots there are on this particular street, but I think I'll probably fit in a bowling alley and an arcade, because I know some of you guys have been requesting that for my Newcrest series. And yeah, so I'll see what I can do about that. I wanted to do a record store, but I don't know if I can actually do that, because there's not really anything in game that looks like records except for the CDs that you can size up, but there's nothing really that is like standing vertically, you know, like records would. And I did find some CC by Sims and a few other creators, but I think they need to be updated somehow, because they weren't letting me open my game, and I honestly was freaking out a little bit about it. So I was like, oh well, I guess that's not gonna be a thing. But I do want to have some type of music venue, like a little venue of some kind, maybe within the coffee shop. So a lot of these buildings on this street are going to have kind of like a dual purpose to them. So they're going to be, maybe they have to do with shopping and eating, or coffee and music, stuff like that. Because I think a lot of times when you have a street like this, you'll have a bunch of different things kind of thrown together. And I don't know, I feel like this reminds me very much of a college town, the way this is set up, and the way that I'm thinking it will look in the end. But yeah, so this is a little corner diner. I named it Reggie's Diner because the neon sign that I ended up putting above the awning there kind of looked like Reggie's to me in Simlish. So yeah, that's what I ended up going with. And then right next to it there on the left is a little ice cream shop. And this lot is technically a restaurant. So what happens is the little area next to the diner, it's actually part of the diner technically. So if you go in there with your sim and you request that table in the ice cream shop, or the two tables that are outside of it, you would order, you know, whatever you want really, or ice cream. But it's still technically part of the diner, I guess. But yeah, so it's a little weird, but I think it works out pretty well. I play tested it, and everything seems to be okay. The only thing that was kind of weird were these booths that I put in here. They work fine, really. It's just that, at least in my case, when you request to be seated at the booth, your sim doesn't automatically like sit there. You have to tell them to sit, but they still have that table, you know. So it's kind of weird. I don't know if that's a glitch or if that's just because of how I place the booths. But honestly, I've been having some issues with dine out things lately. So I don't know if that's just because of the patch, or I don't know. But let me know if you guys have any issues with it. I don't think you will, but let me know anyway, because I don't usually use the booths very often, because I always seem to run into problems with them. But otherwise, it worked out pretty well. And then your Sims can also sit at the bar here. In a lot of diners, there's usually, especially small diners, there's usually like a bar area where you can sit and eat. And it's very, very informal. I was thinking that this particular diner has been around for a while and it's kind of greasy and, I don't know, kind of divey in a way. I think it's a perfect place for your young adult Sims who don't have a lot of money to spend and they stayed out too late and all that is open is this diner. But they have probably the best breakfast ever. I don't know about you guys, but diners have a very special place in my heart. Not just because of the fact that they're very like retro, I think, but just because I remember going to them when I was younger. And actually I went to one for my birthday last year with my dad and my husband, and I don't know, it was just really fun, just kind of low-key, you know, getting some burgers and french fries, and that's just, I don't know, something about it I really like. And all the like random stuff they have on the walls usually. So that's kind of what I was doing here. I was adding like random photos and paintings and artwork and stuff on the walls that maybe were given to the owners over time, and all the celebrities that have visited, things like that. Yeah, going back to the whole record store idea, I was gonna name it Stadium Sounds because it's like right next to the stadium, so I thought that was pretty clever or whatever. But I don't know, I really like the idea of a diner being right next to the stadium because I know that sometimes games can run kind of late, and yeah, so it just makes sense to me. What a nice little place. So the bathrooms in the diner are nothing special really, like they're just bathrooms, and I made sure to use like the kind of like gross looking tile that came with City Living. It's linoleum I think, but it looks kind of like cracked and stuff. I used the same one in the kitchen, and the kitchen has two cooking areas, and I used the Parenthood like board, the message board. I actually got that idea from my good friend Pineapple. She did it in a drive-in build that she did for my Mid-Century Madness competition thing, and I thought it was so cute because it looks like something that you would have in a restaurant where, you know, you would see your schedule, or you would see like who's doing what that day. So I really like that idea, so I put that in the kitchen. I didn't really want to put more artwork above the booth area, so I thought putting like some random knickknacks and trophies and stuff would be kind of funny to put up there. So this is the ice cream parlor. It's very, very small. I didn't actually know what to do with it at first. I was thinking of maybe making it into a shop or a boutique of some kind, but my other friend, TJ, aka Gavin Sims, he was like, oh, you should do an ice cream shop. And I was like, yes. So here I'm just picking out the outfits. But I ended up changing it, I think, to be like a teal color, like the aqua color instead of the red, because I realized that the ice cream shop would have people from the diner working there as well. So I kind of wanted to make sure that it would, you know, work out for both. So at this point, I decided that I was making an ice cream shop in here. And usually in an ice cream shop, you'll have like a really cold area where the ice cream is kept. So I put in the refrigerated shelving that's there that came with Get to Work. And later, I put in the ice cream makers on counters in the back. So that way, when you come in, if you don't want to deal with getting a table or like actually doing the whole like restaurant dine out thing, you can just go behind the counter and make yourself some ice cream. That's what I did, just to test it. But you know, you can always request a table and order some ice cream from the menu. That's fine. Or you can have like maybe someone that works there make some ice cream for you, like if they were part of your family or household, just for story, I guess. I think this little like street would be really cute for storytelling. But yeah, I think it'll be good. I absolutely love this LED sign with the ice cream on it, kind of walking. I wish I had it in real life. It's so cute, and I especially like the purple and the blue version of it. But yeah, so that's basically the ice cream shop, and I felt like I needed something to divide like the eating area from where you order. So I made some stripes on the wall and used the City Living divider to divide each area. Here are those ice cream machines in the back there. Different colors, of course. I wanted the ice cream shop to be really colorful and bright and have like a good range of pastel colors going on. And I plan on each lot to have some type of parking in the front here like I'm doing. But when I was doing it, I didn't realize that the cars I didn't size up enough. So when I saw a sim kind of walking by, they were way bigger than the cars. So I did fix that, and that should be all good on the gallery. So here on the left is the apartment building, and I wanted to add like the mailboxes or the trash chutes here, but we can't use the ones from City Living unless they're in a penthouse, I think, or in a penthouse. So I use these they're like towel racks, I think, or towel handles, but I size them up so they look kind of like how they look in penthouses and apartments. And this is kind of like the lobby area, I guess, where you get your mail, where you like, if someone's waiting for you to come downstairs, they can sit here and wait or something like that. And here, adjacent to the lobby are two offices. The first office is a little bit smaller, and this is where the front desk person would help you out with any maintenance that you might need. And then the bigger office is kind of like the owner of the apartment building, maybe, or the landlord, I don't know, something like that. But I didn't furnish the top floors of the apartment buildings because the main focus was the diner and the ice cream shop, and I didn't want to overload your games with objects or anything because I already used a lot. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you like this series and are just excited as I am. And thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.